Watch out for that pitfall right there. Whew. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. The weather is no longer trying to melt my face off. So you know what time it is. Crippling seasonal depression. That's not the right time. That's later. Now is the time for fall fragrances. Or autumn, if you want to sound fancy. That's right, when spontaneous combustion is no longer a fear, the fall fragrances come out to play. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 10 choices for the top designer scents this autumn. So you got fancy on you again right there, switched it up. All of these will be linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out down there. We begin very quickly with a couple honorable mentions. First off, this one, Eros Parfum by Versace. A nice clean mint uplifted by warm vanilla and woods. This is the more elegant, grown-up take on Eros. Refined, matured, and polished with a nice amber underneath everything in the dry down. The performance is good, the longevity is there, the projection is there. It has enough sweetness that it's going to garner positive attention, but it's not quite as synthetic in how it comes across. Eros Parfum, a great scent, absolutely love this stuff, so wanted to talk about that just ever so quickly. And then also cannot leave this one out, it must be mentioned, Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Le Parfum. Creamy lavender with a fantastic vanilla, bit of iris, and also warm spices. It has good performance, but at the same time has a great softness to it, so it doesn't come across too in your face, not too aggressive. Another one that's really classy, sexy, but still wearable very easily and comforting also. So even though it's not in the top 10, I wanted to bring this one up. And I also want to say that there are possibly some fragrances that I'm not going to mention in this list that you would think, man, how is that not there? I know you love that when you talk about it all the time. What's wrong with you? Have you been replaced by a doppelganger? Possibly. But the reason that they are not in here, some of these fragrances, is because they're probably going to be popping up in the winter list. Yeah, I think a lot of times fall and winter fragrances almost become interchangeable to an extent. You know, once you head into the latter part of fall anyway, at least the part of fall that people think of as fall, yeah, a lot of that stuff kind of overlaps with winter. And so some of those scents may not be here today with us. They're here in our memory, in our hearts, but they'll show up in winter. Now, before we head into the top 10 with some absolutely mind-blowing fragrances, I need to update you once again on the codes. These are, of course, the coupon codes you can use to save yourself money across a bunch of different websites. The update is for the perfume box. So the perfume box is a discounter that has a lot of clone fragrances, but also just a bunch of fragrances in general. A lot of times they get clone fragrances before any of the other stores. Anyway, the update is that the code is now unlimited use. So I know a bunch of you out there have used that code over time, and then you have trouble trying to use it again on the perfume box. Now you can use it to your heart's content. So if you have shopped there in the past and you've used that code and you're like, I can't do it again, now you can. You can use the code. You have the power. The Gift Express code is also unlimited use, so use that as many times as you want when you shop there. The JOMASHOP codes only work within the app and they change every quarter, so make sure that you are aware of the most recent codes and use those anytime you shop to save some money. Number 10, the first fragrance in the official list, Burberry Hero Eau de Parfum. This one is resinous warmth meets forest floor sweetness. And I know that maybe doesn't sound like the most appealing thing, but it works. It has pine tinged incense with a cedary woodiness, amber as well working underneath that, giving you some extra warmth, extra sweetness as the fragrance dries down. A hint of vanilla that helps balance out this kind of dry smokiness that the fragrance is going to impart as well. It is fall in a bottle. It's a little bit rugged, as I said, resinous as well, and unexpectedly cozy. So this is that type of fragrance that's gonna give you a nice masculine backbone, but at the same time has this really appealing, sexy quality to it. And I would say that for me, if we're talking about just the best hero fragrances out there right now, the number one is this one. So not the Eau de Toilette, not the Parfum, not the Parfum Intense, not the Parfum Elixir, not the Parfum Alou Elixir Intense, whatever comes after, who cares? Eau de Parfum, that's the one. Number 9 is Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal, just the original Scandal Pour Homme. Now, Absolute is lightning. Like, that stuff is fantastic. Le Parfum, really good as well. But remember what I said just a little bit ago about winter and all that? Yeah. So for now, we're talking about this one. So this one has a quick punch of clary sage, a little bit of mandarin orange in there as well when you first spray the scent on, kind of kicks the door open. And those notes are wrapped in a thick layer of caramel and tonka. So yeah, decently sweet. But I will say that the little bit of citrus that you can pick up here off the top, that little flicker of citrus, it does help keep the fragrance a little bit more balanced when you first spray it on. That way it doesn't go too far to becoming just like a dense, sugary, sticky mess. Now the sweetness here is bold, but it's smoothed out a little bit by this kind of woodiness that you pick up as the scent dries. It's loud, it's playful, it's addictive, and it will get you noticed. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Metallic Musk, Spice Bomb Metallic Musk by Victor and Rolf. So this is a new release for this year, and you could go with other Spice Bombs. You could go with the original, you could go with Extreme, even though Extreme for me is a little more of a wintertime reach. You could also go with one of the infrareds if you wanted to, and it would be solid. This one has an almost icy flash of pepper when you first spray the fragrance on. The musk works underneath, almost suede-like to an extent, the way that it comes across, a little bit sweet. The spiciness is here, you know, that Spice Bomb facet. Obviously, you're gonna pick that up in this fragrance as well, but it's a little bit more restrained, it's fresher, it's cleaner. You could even say it has like a light minerality to it to an extent. So a slightly more minimalistic, fresher, more modern take on the Spice Bomb DNA. It's a little more polished, a little more controlled. It's like confidence without theatrics. Number 7, I'm gonna go with Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Parfum. We need a new one. Guerlain, is it dead? You bringing it back? Well, hopefully this is a line that sticks around for a while longer, but we haven't gotten a new one this year yet. And with L'Homme Ideal Parfum, a dry, slightly bitter, but also sweet amaretto takes the stage. It's gonna give you a nice booziness, a nice warmth, very classy, sexy, and that's layered over leather, tonka, and warm spices. The effect is rich, but not loud, smooth, but not soft. It wears like a well-aged spirit, which is kind of the idea behind the fragrance with that amaretto that's in here. For cool air, it smells amazing when it starts to chill down outside. And also I'd say L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum or the original or L'Entente, any of those would work really well too. Number 6, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, the Eau de Parfum, which this one, as of this video, is still not super easy to find, unfortunately. I mean, you can find it at like Perfumania, the fragrance outlet, but that's at full retail. Unless you buy a bottle and then you get one half off. What a deal. But I guess maybe you could go into one of those. I mean, they have them all over the country and test it out. So there is that. I would think before too long though, it's going to pop up at discounters. And when it does, you're gonna wanna jump on it pretty quick if you're after this one, because I think it'll be one of those ones that kind of sells out, back in stock, sells out, back in stock, and does that for a few months at least. If you like vanilla, this is like golden vanilla, just close to perfection, especially when it hits discounters and their price comes down like I was talking about. It has an infusion of myrrh that kind of wafts through the vanilla that's in here. It's rich, it's deep, it's elegant. It's a gourmand that doesn't feel childish. You know, it doesn't feel overdone with sugar. It's indulgent, it's deep. It's like sipping bourbon by candlelight. But again, focused on that vanilla. So if you enjoy vanilla, you have to check this one out. We're in the top 5 now, and at number 5 is Boss Bottled Elixir. This one is like the most brooding evolution in the Boss Bottled lineup. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. It's just up until this point, you know, it was different variations on that apple and cinnamon. Sometimes you would put in another fruit at the top and make it a little different, put pineapple in there, something like that. And then Boss Bottled Elixir came out and changed the whole thing. It's a smoky cardamom wrapped in dark woods and smoky incense. It's understated, but it has authority. It's serious without being overbuilt or overdone. Just a great, spicy, woodsy, sexy, deep, powerful fragrance that has a little bit of a throwback to fragrances of yesteryear. Number 4, YSL Myself Le Parfum. It starts off with a nice pop of black pepper, a little bit fresh, grabs your attention right away, and then it blooms into a denser, heavier orange blossom compared to the original Myself, and then sweetens up a bit with bourbon vanilla underneath. The way the orange blossom and the vanilla work together is almost velvety in a way, nice richness. And then as it dries down, you have woods and patchouli that combine together to give it a really nice, modern, masculine dry down. Think refined masculinity wrapped in floral warmth, and that's Myself Le Parfum. In the top 3 now, number 3 is from Mont Blanc. It's the new Explorer Extreme. My wife is a big fan of. Bright bergamot initially lifts this one up. As soon as you spray it on, that citrus smells fantastic, very enticing. And then as it dries down, you've got patchouli and vetiver that ground the fragrance a little bit. They bring it into deeper terrain, and it starts to have a little bit of a similarity to Sauvage Elixir. Amber and leather in the base give this one a rugged, but at the same time, elegant dry down. It's 1 part citrus, 1 part light campfire in the distance. Clean, woody, confident. Number 2 is gonna be Azzaro Forever Wanted Elixir, another newer release. It's got a surprising note breakdown featuring raspberry and leather, this sort of yin and yang working together. And when you hear raspberry and leather, you may think of just one fragrance, one that pops into your mind, Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. But this really has nothing to do with that. You have a vivid, layered, fruity sweetness, that raspberry over top, little bits of smoky spice and cardamom. It's slick, it's unconventional, it's sharp, it's sexy, and it never smells underdressed. No matter what you're doing, you can wear this casually, you can wear this formally, you can wear it pretty much anywhere. And number 1 for this fall is this Born in Roma Intense. Bourbon vanilla, smoked vetiver, clean lavender, and a little bit of a spicy swirl. It has a light, luminous minerality with the sweetness underneath, that woodiness that comes out the longer the fragrance dries. The sweetness here is like a little bit indulgent, but at the same time, it's well structured. So you get that combo of fresh and sweet working together. In the air, this stuff is absolutely magnetic. It's like a springboard into compliments. This stuff just smells absolutely fantastic. Again, whether it's up close, in the air, doesn't matter, and the performance is great as well. And it works really well as a transitional fragrance when it's still warm out, you know, as you're heading from summer into fall, just as much as when you're heading into winter at the end of fall. Daytime, nighttime, it does not matter. You can wear this whenever you want. And there we go. That's my lineup, top 10 fall fragrances for this year. There were a couple other ones that I thought about putting in here, but then it would have been, you know, way too long. The new Y Le Parfum. I know a lot of people are upset about the change from the original Le Parfum into that one, but on its own, it's still a really good fragrance. You know, it sits somewhere between like Y Elixir and Y Eau de Parfum Intense, but it's still pretty good. Also, Bad Boy Cobalt. Thought about putting that in. It's another one that just does fresh and sweet really well. And Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum. That one, great if you love iris fragrances. It gets overlooked sometimes, but it's kind of in that ballpark with stuff like Valentino Uomo Intense. Not Born in Roma Intense, but Uomo Intense, and Dior Homme Original, Dior Homme Intense, stuff like that. So there we go, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna be wearing this fall. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.